Muy buenas chicos y chicas, al habla Chivique y aquí seguimos en Final Fantasy XVI. Tras nuestro enfrentamiento contra Ifrit y Clive Oscuro y haber descubierto que destruyeron la aldea de Eastpool, volvemos otra vez a la guarida, chicos, para hablar con Cid. Vamos a decirle que finalmente hemos decidido unirnos a él.
To Cid solo then. We have a lot to discuss.
Pues como bien ha dicho Clive, no hay mucho que hacer, así que vamos directamente al camarote de Cid y hablemos con él. Creo que hay muchas cosas que contarle y muchas cosas que nos contará él a nosotros. Así que chicos, preparados, listos, vamos allá.
This place is getting more crowded by the day.
I tell myself the bustle's a blessing. There'll be time enough for quiet contemplation when I'm dead. So, did you find the answers you were looking for?
I still don't know what to make of this gift, curse, or whatever it is I've been given. But there is one thing I can say for certain. I am a dominant. Ifrit. And there is nothing I can do to change that. It is a burden I must bear until my dying day.
Spoken true. Forgiveness and in turn salvation can only begin with acceptance. It's a path we all must walk, no matter how colourful our histories.
Cid, you once told me that you wanted to build a place where people could die on their own terms.
I did.
I've been thinking about that. Why not a place where people can live on their own terms? For 13 years, killing was all I knew. So obsessed with death that I never stopped to consider the lives of those around me. Lives that I see now were scarcely worth living. Be they bearers or beggars, most but march blindly to their end, never realizing that they too deserve a choice. And I dare not turn a blind eye to their suffering any longer.
So, atonement then, is it?
That was the answer we found.
The only one we need.
I'll be expecting you both to pull your weight.
And we will.
Well then, with a sprinkle of fire and ice, this plan of mine might just work.
What trouble are you looking to get yourself into now?
The best kind. We're going to sneak into the Imperial capital and pay a visit to Mother.
And the last of our farmholds in the eastern provinces has succumbed to the blight.
Without their yield, we'll be hard-pressed to fill the capital's granaries before winter.
If there is a capital by then, the black creeps closer as we speak.
And yet you do naught but bawl and bluster.
Your Radiance?
If it is fertile land the Empire requires, we need but look south.
If you mean the crystalline Dominion's holdings, we are bound by mutual accord. Theirs is a neutral state whose borders we are sworn to respect.
Gentlemen, did we swear to see our people starve?
Well, I really do think that...
The gates of Oriflamme buckle at the flood of those come seeking refuge from the blight. If there is not grain enough to feed those within our walls, how, pray tell, will we feed those without? But instead of setting your minds to riddles such as these, you lock horns with an enemy from across the sea, sending our soldiers to the slaughter in their thousands. The Empire bleeds, and you sit here prattling like crones in a tea house. And you fancy yourselves leaders of men. Sanbreque is naught without her citizens. We are but their servants. If their land is being wrested away, it is our duty to claim new lands for them.
Your Radiance! You cannot mean a war of conquest.
That is exactly what I mean. It is time we expanded our dominion. This is the will of great Griga.
There will be uproar. Then we must find a way to distract the citizenry. But how much will that cost?
And what of our legions? Shall we raise the furs?
Well, someone will have to contend with the Dalmex.
I will not keep you. You all have much to do. Where is my son?
The Lord Prince is currently garrisoned at the Strait of Author. If it please you, I can send word requesting his immediate return to the Holy Capital.
That won't be necessary. Tell him instead to see to his wounds. Bahamut's strength will be needed again soon.
As you command.
I must have misheard. You mean to tell me that the Mother Crystals are the reason the world is dying? Are you mad?
I have been called that on occasion, but no, not today. We've all seen it firsthand. Empty wastes where once were green meadows. Land drained so dry of its ether, not even the rats remained. But where was it all going? I spent years searching for an answer, until I saw it standing right in front of me. There, in the self-same crystals, we look to for their so-called blessing. All right, listen. Take this crystal. How does it allow us to conjure magics? Answer, by drawing ambient ether from the air. And where do these crystals come from?
That's easy. They're mined from the Mother Crystals.
They're one and the same. Although admittedly this here fits more easily in the pocket.
But the Mother Crystals are massive. Some as large as mountains.
So you see the problem. Imagine just how much ether can be drawn by something that size. As to where it's all going, mind, well, I can't know everything, can I?
We are taught that the Mother Crystals are divine. Their ether a gift from the heavens. For centuries, nations have fought and fallen for want of that gift. If what you say is true, how did no one else see it?
Who says they didn't? Maybe the truth was inconvenient.
Inconvenient to whom, exactly?
The higher-ups, the gods themselves.
So now you want to do something about the crystals? And what? We're not helping bearers and dominants anymore.
I didn't say that. I made a promise and I intend to keep it. But if we continue down this path, there's only one fate that awaits the realm. And we can't very well set our people free if they're all lying dead in a blighted ditch. Not if we want to create a place where they can live on their own terms anyway. Sort of defeats the purpose. So, if we have to bring the old world crashing down in order to build us a new one, what say you? Are you with me?
I suppose it's about time I repaid your faith.
You could have just said aye. But it's nice to have you aboard all the same.
What have I got myself into? I'm going to need more than a few potions for this.
Madre mía, infiltrarse en la capital, conseguir destruir el cristal madre. Creo que esto se está yendo un poco de madre, nunca mejor dicho. Vale, chicos, vamos a hablar con Caron.
Oriflamme.
The Holy Capital. And what business would you lot having? On second thoughts, I don't want to know.
Bueno, me he saltado una frasecita ahí sin querer, pero no pasa nada. Vamos a ver qué tiene Caron para nosotros. No veo nada interesante. Nah. Bueno, tenemos cositas nuevas. Píldoras heroicas. Rellena la barra de límite durante 30 segundos. Eso está bien, ¿eh? Me compro 2.
Speaking of Oriflamme, I hear the trading routes leading south have seen more than double the usual traffic. If you ask me, somewhat foul's brewing, and it ain't Tyre's borbile tea. Oh, just go and see Otto, will ya?
All right.
Sigamos echando un vistazo por la guarida, que hay más cositas. El herrero parece que nos puede fabricar cosas nuevas. De hecho, hemos conseguido una esquirla flamígera, si no me equivoco. Y eso nos permite hacer una espada nueva, la ignaria. ¿Tenemos alguna cosita más? Nah, lo demás ya lo tenemos, chicos. Bueno, me conformo con la espada. Estoy contento. Sigamos. ¿Qué más nos quedan por ver? Tenemos misiones secundarias. Supongo que ya os habéis fijado. Enseguida iremos. Pero antes también tenemos una canción para la orquestrión que habíamos conseguido en un cofre, si no me equivoco. Así que vamos a ponerla, a ver qué tal suena. Forevermore. Me gusta, muy chill, ¿verdad? Me gusta para la guarida. ¿Quién nos queda por aquí? Nos queda Arpócrates, que creo que podemos subirlo de nivel. Iría ya a nivel 3, si no me equivoco. Le contamos toda la historia, todas nuestras aventuras. Y nivel 3, efectivamente. Cuando alcancemos nivel 5, chicos, saltará un trofeo. Bueno, pues nada. Creo que todo hecho, así que vamos a comenzar con las misiones secundarias. Vamos a hacer unas cuantas en este vídeo, ya os lo adelanto. Primera misión secundaria aquí en las Chocoberizas. Hablamos con Alban.
Where are you, Randall?
Is everything all right?
Forgive me, young man. I was in a world of my own. I'm worried about my friend, you see. He left some time ago and hasn't returned. You know what it's like out there for a bearer on his own.
Why leave the safety of the hideaway?
For coin. Sad though it is, our need outweighs the risk. The hideaway can't survive on goodwill alone. And though Karen does what she can, The coffers aren't bottomless. Wait. You were a soldier, were you not? In the Imperial Army?
I was.
Then I ask a favour of you. I'm too old to be traipsing hither and yon. Will you go and find him for me?
Encontraremos a Randall, no te preocupes.
I'll do what I can.
Oh, thank you.
What can you tell me about your friend?
His name is Randall, and I suspect you'll find him in Lost Wing. He's been working for Quinton, the tavern keeper. He'll know something, I'm sure.
I'll speak to him.
Safe travels, my friend. And thank you again.
Ok, pues comienza la misión por el bien de la guarida. Tenemos que encontrar a Randall, un portador. Dijo que trabajaba para el tabernero, para Quinten, así que vamos a ir a Lost Wing y vamos a hablar con el tabernero para ver si tiene algo más de información y así pues poder encontrarlo fácilmente. Ya estamos en Lost Wing y nos aparece ahí la marca verde. Vamos directamente hacia ella. Madre mía, no se ve nada. Ahora. Y ahí tenemos a Quinten. Preguntémosle.
Ah, if it isn't Cid's young protégé. To what do I owe the pleasure?
I'm looking for a bearer called Randall. I hear he's been coming to you for work. He was expected back at the hideaway some time ago. A friend of his asked me to check on him.
Randall, you say? The porter? Yes, I know him. And I can't say I'm surprised if he has been delayed. I gave him enough to do. Though, thinking about it, he should probably have been back by now.
I'll go and look for him. Where was he headed?
He was to meet an associate of mine to the south of here, on Lorbert's Pass. I do hope nothing's happened to him. Be sure to let me know, Clive.
Bueno, parece ser que Randall debería de estar en la vereda de Laubert, que se ha reunido con un socio de Quinten. Pues nada, vamos para allá. Veo que está casi a 300 metros. No sé si nos hubiera compensado más salir al mapamundi y ver si había un obelisco más cercano. Pero bueno, ya puestos, vamos a ir andando. No pasa nada. Un minutito arriba, un minutito abajo, tampoco va a cambiar nada. Además, veo que avanzamos rápido. Ya está bastante cerquita. ¡Corre, Clive! ¡Corre! Ya estamos en el Valle Norbert. Vamos a ir agarrando los brillos. 2 giles. Bueno. Nos quedan unos 100 metros. Estamos llegando. Un guiláptero por ahí. Eso lo podemos vender luego. Aquí tenemos otro brillo con una rubia de los valles. Y al colaborador de Quinten.
You all right?
The hanged man. Thank the gods. You're one of us. We were attacked. Beastmen on the road. Randall knew he didn't play the hero, but the sod insisted on drawing him off.
Where did this happen?
Further down the road. In the clearing. Please. You have to see that he's safe.
I'll do what I can. You go back to Lost Wing and tell Quinton what happened.
Tenemos que darnos prisa. Puede que Randall esté en peligro. Dijo que les atacaron unos bestiálidos. Así que démonos prisa a ver si llegamos a tiempo. Otro brillo por ahí con 2 ramilletes de rubia de los valles.
Goblins.
Y aquí están los bestiálidos. Básicamente duendes. Tenemos a uno grandullón. Con las llamas del renacer nos vamos a deshacer básicamente de todos. Nos queda el grande. Ahí estamos. A ver, gigas. Con cuidadito, que este mazo lo carga el diablo. tiramos abajo. Golpeamos ahí con las garras fulmíneas. Cuidado. Me he comido un garrotazo. No le estaba golpeando. Me quedé ahí atrapado en el carro. Venga, que le dejamos vulnerable. Ahí estamos. Golpeamos todo lo posible. Acordaros de utilizar técnicas también para hacer mucho daño. Bueno, más o menos la mitad de la vida, no está mal. Cuidadito aquí, que empieza a girar su mazo. Podríamos intentar bloquearlo con nuestra propia espada, pero es un poco peligroso. Voy a activar el modo Ifrit, básicamente. A esto lo llamo el modo Ifrit. Con esto vamos a reventarle. Buah, es que ataca rapidísimo, ¿eh? Es una locura. Y encima lo de que nos regenere la vida y todo, es que este modo está rotísimo. Bueno, si volvemos a dejarle vulnerable, este combate ya está hecho. A quien no he visto por parte ninguna de esas randas. Eso no sé si es buena noticia, que se haya podido esconder, o algo muy malo. Supongo que lo averiguaremos en cuanto derrote a las gigas. Vamos a meterle una a la carne así. Y te mueres, te mueres. Ahí está. Venga, venga. Bueno, 3 botines, no está nada mal. Y ahora, ¿dónde está Randall? ¿Qué es esto? No. Está muerto.
Sorry, Randall. Looks like I was too late. He doesn't deserve to rot by the roadside. I'll speak to Quentin.
Pobre Randall. Eso le ha pasado por hacerse el valiente. Si es que, a ver, enfrentarte tú solo, si no tenías muchas nociones de combate, contra esos duendes, era, vamos, un suicidio. De vuelta a los Wing y vamos a informar a Quentin de todo esto. Vamos para allá. Espero que le den una buena sepultura. Es lo que se merece. Al menos fue un hombre valiente, ¿no? Algo suicida, bajo mi punto de vista, pero valiente.
Ah, there you are. My man told me what happened. And? I can't help but notice you're alone. Damn it. I feared as much.
He's not far from the South Gate. I trust you'll do right by him.
Of course. I'll send someone right away. I knew he was brave. No, I didn't know he was reckless. Poor fool.
And you known him long?
A while. I liked the fact that he didn't shy away from dangerous work, and he liked what I paid.
Because it helped keep the hideaway afloat.
I'll tell Cid what happened here. I expect he'll be none too pleased to learn of Randall's fate. And I suppose you're none too happy either. For your trouble.
Supongo que efectivamente damos por cumplida la misión. Pues ahí está. 3 materiales que nos han dado, misión cumplida. Y vamos con la siguiente. Volvemos otra vez a la guarida. Y espero que no sea otra misión tan turbia como esta. Prefiero no ver más muertos, gracias. Parece que la otra misión está cerca del huerto, ¿no? No, está antes, está en los dormitorios. Glenn.
You've lost a letter. Nothing too important, I hope.
Not just a letter. I lost everything. There's a hole in my damn pack, and fool that I am, I didn't bloody notice.
It can't be that bad, surely.
How could it be any worse? I'm a courier. I carry things. If I can't do my job right, then what am I good for? Nothing, that's what. I buggered it right up. That means no herbs for the infirmary, and no fresh meat for our cooking pots. Worst of all, that letter I lost? It was for Cid. A letter he's been waiting on for days.
Maybe if you retrace your steps.
I'd scour Storm from coast to coast if I could, but there are curse breakers in the field, counting on my arrival. No, I'll just have to own up to Otto and Cid. They're gonna skin me alive.
Tranqui, encontraré la mercancía.
Fine. Tell me where to look.
Are you serious? Thank you.
It sounds like the hideaway could use those supplies. So, where should I start?
Gotan's bales, perhaps? I took a tumble in the bushes when I was passing through. There's a chance my pack might have caught on something. If you can find everything I dropped, you'll be doing us all a favor. And if you can find Cid's letter, you'll be saving my life.
If it's there, I'll find it.
Wonderful. Now, I have to run if I'm to make my next delivery in time. I trust you can find your way to Gotan's bales. Oh, and hurry, will you? Cid doesn't like to be kept waiting.
I'm sure he doesn't.
Comenzamos la misión, la misiva perdida. Cualquiera diría que Glenn tiene bastante miedo a Cid, ¿eh? Bueno, se puede partir en dos con un rayo, es normal. A ver, chicos, salimos al mapa mundi y nos dirigimos a las colinas de Orabel. Vale, tenemos 3 marcas. Vamos a ir a la más cercana primero, que estaba a unos 60 metros. A ver, por aquí tenemos una cosita tirada en el suelo en medio del camino, que es una bolsa, así que la recogemos. Nos hacemos con el brillito azul y por aquí tenemos otra bolsa al lado derecho de la valla. La agarramos. Seguimos avanzando un poquito más. Tenemos otro brillo azul por aquí. Y un poquito más adelante, la última bolsa. Ahora nos dicen que hablemos con los lugareños. A la única que veo es a esta chica de aquí, así que cuéntame la briega.
A little overdressed to be picking grapes, aren't you? Are you here for Master Quentin?
I'm looking for a letter someone dropped nearby. I don't suppose you've seen it.
Can't say I have, sorry.
Well, if you do...
Wait, I did pass a dog with something in its mouth a little while back. Could have been a piece of paper. No idea if it was your letter, but you never know.
Which way did it go?
Towards Lost Wing. Seemed well looked after to me. Dare say someone there's been feeding it.
To the village then. Thank you.
Un perro con la carta que busco en su boca. ¿Y cómo sé yo que no se la ha comido ya? En fin, supongo que tendremos que encontrar al perro y salir de dudas. Dijo que se fue hacia Lost Wing. Pues venga. Podríamos hacerlo a través del mapa mundi, pero a ver, tenemos Lost Wing aquí pegadito. Sería un poco absurdo. Perrito, ¿dónde estás, perrito? Parece que está por el lado derecho. Vámonos por aquí, fijándonos bien en todo. ¿Debería de estar por aquí? Sí, ahí lo tenemos, al lado derecho. Anda, pues la carta sigue entera.
It seems we have our culprit. Sorry, boy. Someone's waiting for this. And he's waited long enough already. Hopefully this will keep our career out of trouble.
Vale, chicos, pues lo tenemos todo, así que volvemos con Glenn y le entregamos las provisiones y la carta. Que conste que le acabamos de salvar de una buena, que le podría haber partido un rayo. Pues nada, aquí estamos de vuelta en la guarida y nos vamos directos a los dormitorios otra vez, para hablar con Glenn. Una misión facilita, ¿eh? Esta misión ha sido rápida y muy sencilla.
Maybe I should just own up to Otto. There you are. I just got back to the hideaway and thankfully Otto hasn't seen me yet. I don't suppose you,
Found the things you dropped. I did.
I was so sure they'd be gone. And the letter?
Only a little worse for wear.
Le entregamos todo.
No more skulking about in the shadows for me then. And all thanks to you. Losing those supplies was one thing, but if Cid had found out about that letter...
Is it about Cursebreaker business?
If only. It's from his daughter. She's off studying in Canver, and her letters are all that keep Cid sane while she's away.
He never mentioned a daughter.
Well, he's a busy man. And thanks to you, he won't be wasting his time smiting careless couriers with levin boats. So I'd say you did us both a service. Here, for your troubles. If there's anything you're wanting from Cid, today's the day. He'll be sweet as honey once he gets his hands on this.
Pues otra misión cumplida. Vamos a ver cuál es la recompensa. Vale, un par de materiales. A ver, chicos, creo que ya tenemos todas las misiones secundarias hechas hasta el momento, aunque muy pronto nos van a aparecer nuevas. Lo que vamos a hacer ahora es hablar con Otto.
Take a seat, Clive. I'll fetch you up.
So you're really going through with it? Sid's been talking about bringing down a mother crystal since I've known him. But that's all it's ever been. Talk.
He's convinced it's the right thing to do. We'll be leaving for the capital shortly.
Well, you couldn't have picked a better moment. Seems the hiding the royalists gave him wasn't enough to dampen old Sylvester's spirits. His legions are on the march again. This time, due south.
Another war.
All as the great Grieger wills it. Bloodthirsty little miss, that one. That's God's for you, innit? Still, might work to our advantage on this occasion. Wars breed chaos. On the front lines, and at home. With a fair wind behind them, a handful of like-minded ne'er-do-wells could melt into the back alleys of Oriflamme. No trouble. It's making it to the capital that's the problem.
The checkpoint.
That's right. Anyone travelling in or out of Oriflamme has to go through Northreach. Lucky for you, I might just know of a way.
There's...
Well, no, not that. That gets you an audience with the Dame. And it's the Dame who'll see you safely through Northreach. I'll send a Stolas in the morning. Let her know you're coming. We go way back. And she's a true friend of the cause. I'm sure you'll get on like a house on fire.
That's good of you, but... who is this Dame, and where will I find her?
She's the proud proprietress of Northreach's foremost house of ill repute, the Vale. And she's quite a woman, if you know what I mean.
A woman. Right.
Don't go blinding her with your charm now, lad. I'll be expecting a full report when you get back.
Parece que una amiga de Otto es la que nos va a ayudar a llegar a la capital. ¿Y este tipo? ¿Por qué me mira así? Ahora está disponible la lista de misiones. Lista de misiones. Ahora puedes acceder a la lista de misiones de Gaute. En ella puedes comprobar las misiones disponibles que aún no has aceptado y desplazarte al lugar más cercano para hablar con el personaje que las activa. ¡Oh, qué guapo esto!, ¿no? Podemos ir directamente a cualquier parte del mundo que ya hayamos descubierto a hacer misiones. Pues vamos a hablar con él.
Oh, you're the new lad, aren't you? Goat at your service. Well, at the hideaway service anyway. Otto's put me in charge of reading through the reports sent in by our allies and picking out any problems that might warrant the attention of the curse breakers. Or any other willing volunteers. And there's no shortage of problems, I can tell you. Well, maybe I don't have to. I'll warrant a strapping lad like you's got people begging him for help wherever you go. Anyway, if you're ever interested in taking a look over the list, just say the word. Reckon you could probably tick off the odd thing here and there. They say little acts of kindness are their own reward. But if that ain't enough, these have got proper bounties on them and all.
Lista de misiones.
Quick look.
Lista de misiones. En la lista de misiones puedes comprobar las misiones disponibles que aún no has aceptado y desplazarte al obelisco más cercano para hablar con el personaje que las activa. Esto ya me lo has explicado, pero bueno. Tenemos 2 misiones, pues vamos a la primera. Nos ha traído a Lostwing. Y ahí tenemos al propietario de la misión. Se trata de Alain.
Ah, you're Cid's man, if I'm not mistaken. Couldn't trouble you for some assistance, could I?
That depends. What do you need?
Some new bearers from Oriflamme just arrived, and it cost Master Quintin a pretty penny to convince their owner to part with them. Man must have been a bloody tyrant. I can't get a peep out of them, try as I might.
They're probably terrified of you.
You're probably right. Dare say it'd take a bearer like yourself to open them up. So, will you have a word with them? Help them settle in?
Bueno, puede que otro portador les haga hablar. Lo intentaremos.
I can try.
That'll do me. Tell them they're safe, and that if they need anything, they just have to ask.
I'll let them know.
Appreciate it. They're sitting over there, taking a long overdue breather, looks like.
Pobrecitos, menuda pinta me llevan. Vamos a hablar con ellos a ver si logramos que nos cuenten algo que les ha ocurrido y hacerles confiar en esta gente.
So you're the new arrivals. Is there anything I can get you? You're safe here. They don't punish people like us for speaking our minds.
Truly. I'm hungry. My sister too, we're starving.
Wait here. I'll fetch you something from the tavern.
Thank you.
I won't be long. You stay here and rest.
Pobres, tienen hambre. Es normal, seguro que no han comido nada desde que llegaron aquí. Tendrían miedo a que los castigasen o alguna cosa, ¿sabes? Estarán traumatizados por los amos que tuvieran. Pues nada, nos vamos a la taberna y pedimos un poquito de comida para ellos dos. A ver, a la taberna se entra por aquí, ¿no? Sí. Hablamos con la moza de la taberna.
I'll have 2 plates of whatever you're serving.
Sorry. We've enough mouths of our own to feed without tending to the wants of outsiders.
It's not for me. It's for some new arrivals.
Oh, my apologies. I didn't see the mark. So you're a comrade. Well, in that case, you may have whatever you require. Take all the bread and wine you want.
That's really all it takes. One look at the innkeeper's mark.
Of course it is. I do as Master Quintin commands, as do we all. And Master Quintin commands that none of his favoured guests be left wanting. Well, don't keep our new comrades waiting. Take what you need and see that they eat their fill.
Antes parecía que no me iban a dar nada y de repente, por tener la insignia, ya es coge todo lo que quieras. No sé si eso me parece bien del todo, sinceramente. O sea, que si viene alguien con necesidades y no tiene la insignia, ¿no vais a intentar ayudarlo? No sé, es que me ha parecido algo así, ¿sabéis? Me ha parecido un poco feo. Pero en fin, hemos conseguido la comida, así que se la damos.
Yeah. Bread and wine from the tavern.
May we? Truly? Such plenty. Never in all my days.
Brother, this place is like a dream. We sat and no one shouted. We ate and more was offered.
I know. I can't believe it.
You're free now. And the next time you're hungry, you need only ask to be fed.
Thank you for everything. Thank you.
¿Ya está? ¿Misión cumplida? Me esperaba algo más. Pues vamos, esta ha sido súper fácil. Vamos entonces con la siguiente misión secundaria. Veo que tenemos una ahí a lo lejos. Vamos a dirigirnos a la señal verde. Espero no perderme por el camino. Me parece que es por aquí. Siguiendo el puente de madera, abrimos la puerta. Vamos a bajar por las escaleras. Pasamos por aquí y hablamos con Emil.
I want no trouble. Wait, that's... Oh, glory to Griga. You were the hanged man. I took you for a rogue. If you're a friend of Master Quinton's, then perhaps you'll help me. His vineyard, Lostwing's pride and joy, has been beset by a plague of giant wasps.
And you need someone to solve your pest problem.
I do indeed. I've never seen them so far from the forest, nor so mean, for that matter. I suppose the smell's got them worked up. And little wonder. This'll be the finest crop we've ever known if the fiends don't eat it first. I tried chasing them off myself, but they won't flee from the likes of me. And if I don't bring those grapes in for pressing soon, Master Quinton will have my guts for garters. You look like you can handle that blade of yours. Will you put it to use for a comrade in need? Please, rid us of these wasps so I can be about my business.
Matar unas avispas, pan comido.
All right. I'll see to it.
Oh, thank you. You'll find them over at Gotan's bales on the edge of town. And hurry, Lostwing needs those grapes.
Misión Zumbidos en los Campos. Vamos a abrir el mapa mundi, que llegamos más rapidito y nos dirigimos a las colinas de Orabel. A 159 metros tenemos a esas avispas. Bueno, creo que nada más acercarnos meteremos unas llamas del renacer y con eso probablemente destruiremos a todas las avispas. Volvemos a recoger los brillos, cada vez que entramos vuelven a aparecer. Y por ahí tenemos a las avispas. Vamos a subir. Nos colocamos cerquita de todas. Y llamas del renacer. ¡Pum! Todas fuera. Madre mía. Esta técnica es Jesucristo. Pues ya está. Tan solo tenemos que volver a informar y ya está. Misión cumplida, ¿en serio? ¿Así de fácil? Empiezo a pensar que estamos sobreleveados, pero eso es imposible. O sea, he hecho básicamente los combates obligatorios todo el rato. Es que estamos muy fuertes, ¿eh? Muy, muy fuertes. Pues nada, vamos a informar a Emil. Emil, he acabado con las avispas.
Those wasps won't be interfering with your harvest anymore.
Oh, thank you. Master Quinton would have had my head if I'd lost the crop. I'd say you've earned a reward. Our Gotan Rouge fetches a handsome price among the rich and powerful of the realm. We use that money to keep our comrades fed and imperial wolves from our door. The vineyards were Master Quinton's idea. He wanted to give bearers a place to work, a place where they'd be safe.
Well, he certainly seems to have done that here. I'm glad I could help.
I'll see that he hears of your kindness. And once this vintage is ripe for drinking, there'll be a glass or two raised in your honor.
Misión cumplida. Recompensa, botines, sangre negra que podemos vender. Y chicos, nos queda creo que una misión secundaria más. Nos vamos a dirigir aquí, a la fonda de Marta. A ver dónde está esa misión secundaria. Ahí la tenemos, a nuestra izquierda. Tenéis que hablar con la moza de la fonda.
I've seen your face before. You're a friend of Martha's. Help us, I beg you.
Help you with what?
Bandits in the golden stables. They're waving their swords around. I think they're gonna kill someone. When I saw what was happening, I slipped out the back. I should have stayed, but oh, please help them.
¿Bandidos? Yo acabaré con ellos.
All right. I'll see to your problem.
Thank you.
How many were there?
I was out of the door too fast to count. They looked a nasty bunch, though. Be careful in there, all right?
Cuando el gato no está. Así es como se llama la misión. Pues nada, sin problemas. Vamos a entrar aquí, chicos, y acabar con los bandidos.
Ha! Golden stables my ass. All Martha's hiding back here is coppers. Oh, that's a fine sword, friend. Heavy though, I expect. What say we relieve you of it?
Una lástima que no tenga disponibles todavía las llamas del renacer. Pero bueno, tenemos el ala carmesí. Un ciclón lacerante. Un buen remate. Un par de ataques. Y uno de los bandidos muerde el polvo. Y el otro a puntito que está. Listo. Enemigos derrotados. Belicita. Buah, tengo ya un montón.
I'll be keeping my blade, thank you.
There he is, the hero of the golden stables.
People will think twice about pushing us around again, thanks to you. We're lucky you were nearby. No good cowards wouldn't have dared set foot in the place if I'd been here, of course.
But you weren't. I thought you told me you had someone watching the place.
The Blood Axes keep an eye on the tavern, yeah. When they're not busy keeping the peace, that is. I've spread them as thin as they'll go. The Empire might be in charge, but that don't mean they care to keep us safe. If it weren't for the Blood Axes and me, merchants won't come near these lands for fear of what might happen to them.
I see. Then you do Rosaria a great service.
Just as you did today. You're a useful man to have around. Here.
And there'll be a mug of something tasty waiting for you whenever you next stop by.
Right, we've got work to do for to make this place presentable. You best be going, before I arm you with a mop.
Pues con esto hemos completado la misión. La verdad es que este tipo de misiones se hacen súper rápido. Estoy flipando, pero creo que la primera misión secundaria que hicimos fue la más larga de todas. El resto hemos tardado nada. Pues chicos, hasta el momento creo que hemos completado todas las misiones secundarias. No tenemos más. Con lo cual, vamos a volver a la guarida y vamos a hablar con Gav para saber cuál va a ser, digamos, nuestra siguiente misión principal. Hacia dónde debemos dirigirnos.
Well, 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 someone's in a hurry.
Just following orders.
Funny, I never took you for the type.
Can't all be as obedient as you, Gav.
Eh?
Fine day for a little mischief, wouldn't you say?
Is this all of us?
Actually, Gav won't be coming.
Just the three of us, then?
Drake's Head is the keystone of the Empire. Oriflamme's in chaos, yes, but that doesn't mean we can march an army through her gates. The fewer our numbers, the better our chances of going unnoticed. And should that plan fail, well, we have our icons to fall back on.
Cid, I don't know if I can. Ifrit still seems to come and go as he pleases.
Ordinarily, priming an icon comes naturally to a dominance. But then, you are no ordinary dominance.
Well, he's still got the blessing of the Phoenix, doesn't he?
Not to mention what he sucked out with Garuda. And did I ever tell you about how he was once the greatest shield in Rosaria? You know, I reckon he could probably cut us a path out of the capital on his own if need be.
Let's try not to find out.
We're less likely to be spotted if we travel separately. I'll meet you in Northreach in a few days. You two behave now.
Pues nada chicos, parece que nos reuniremos con Cid en Northreach, pero eso será ya a partir del siguiente capítulo. Lo dejamos por aquí, como siempre deciros que espero que os esté gustando mucho la guía, que os esté resultando muy útil, os agradecería un buen like, suscribiros al canal para más contenido y nos vemos en el siguiente vídeo. ¡Hasta pronto, gentecilla!